It is safe to say that with the last Mass Effect entry, Andromeda, the series went out with an unceremonious whimper, rather than the bang we had all hoped for. Aside from the fact that laughably awful facial animations and atrocious writing and dialogue completely marred what was clearly a rushed product, EA seemingly decided to cut the series short in light of disappointing critical reception and sales performance. Not only did the publisher scale down the studio that created the game, Bioware Montreal, they also shelved away the Mass Effect franchise for the foreseeable future. No opportunities were given to close off Andromeda's dangling narrative threads like the Korean arc storyline, which was meant to be released as DLC. No sequel was allowed to be created. EA simply shut everything down at the first sign of adversity without providing an opportunity for a comeback. Thus, fans were left wondering what the future holds for the beloved but now disgraced IP. Now, earlier this year, we did get a glimmer of hope via an interview that Casey Hudson participated in with website Game Informer as part of his PR tour for BioWare's upcoming game Anthem. When asked about BioWare's potential return to some of their older franchises, Casey said the following.
You know, like, Mass Effect is certainly a game that I want to get back to. It's kind of amazing. I know there are people that feel like, you know, we're just never going to do anything along the lines of Mass Effect. But I mean, you know, that it's my baby. I helped, you know, start Mass Effect from the beginning, and so of course we intend to get back to it at some point.
In other words, he assured that Mass Effect isn't dead despite what happened with Andromeda, that there are plans for a new mainline entry, this time spearheaded by BioWare's main studio in Edmonton. Former Mass Effect producer Michael Gamble expressed similar sentiments in a statement he provided to website Eurogamer during E3 2018, stating, quote, "We have various projects in the works and there's a team working on Dragon Age stuff right now, and Mass Effect is certainly not dead." He did clarify, however, that BioWare and EA leadership would have to sit down to work out what that looks like and emphasize that all of this comes after Anthem. It does seem, however, that things are moving along based on a recent blog post from Casey posted on BioWare's official website that further detailed plans for the series. One excerpt in particular will please fans out there who are holding out for a proper follow-up to the original trilogy, which reads as follows. And yes, we hear loud and clear the interest in BioWare doing more Dragon Age and Mass Effect, so rest assured that we have some teams hidden away working on some secret stuff that I think you'll really like. We are just not ready to talk about it for a little while. We already know that BioWare has been working on the next Dragon Age for quite some time now, so that will come as no surprise, but the fact that KC threw Mass Effect into the mix is surprising. He explicitly states that he's got some teams hidden away on some secret stuff, and I can only surmise that this means he's got a small separate team set aside working on early concept and pre-production for the next Mass Effect, while most hands are on deck for Anthem. My guess is that as soon as work is done for Anthem, BioWare will then split the team in a way that the studio can work on both full production for Dragon Age 4 and pre-production for the next Mass Effect in parallel, while another team also works on content updates for Anthem. Now, as exciting as all of this might be if you're a Mass Effect fan, do temper your expectations when it comes to release window. I suspect that Dragon Age 4 by itself won't release until at least a year or two after Anthem's February 22nd, 2019 launch, so sometime in 2020 or 2021, and from there I suspect it'll be at least another 2 years until the next Mass Effect launches, so that's sometime in 2022 or 2023. That's about 4 to 5 years from now, which sounds about right given we can likely expect the new Mass Effect to scrap Andromeda altogether and pursue a brand new storyline. So we'll have to wait a while, but it seems like things are starting to cook behind the scenes. Obviously, the quality of the final product is completely up in the air. While it's highly unlikely that they'll repeat Andromeda's technical mishaps, especially now that the studio seems to have gotten the hang of the Frostbite engine, as evidenced by what they've achieved with Anthem with its beautiful lush open world and excellent animations, I still wonder whether their writing will be up to par. With key talents such as Dragon Age creative director Mike Laidlaw, veteran lead writer Drew Karpyshyn, and most recently veteran lead designer James Olin, all having left the studio over the last year or so, and with BioWare's past few outings having unimpressed as far as writing goes, concerns surrounding whether future titles can have the kind of narrative depth, cohesion, and design that the BioWare of old did are warranted. On that front, I think Anthem will play a key role in instilling some confidence in what's currently a somewhat disillusioned BioWare fanbase. If Anthem's writing and design can truly be the kind of top-notch work we have come to expect from a studio like BioWare, maybe there is hope yet. If not, well, given the kind of low blow Andromeda was to the fanbase, it can certainly be expected that fans and gamers in general will be approaching their excitement for the next Mass Effect with a thick air of apprehension and mistrust. These are just one man's thoughts and opinions anyway. I'd love to hear what your take is on BioWare seemingly starting work on the next Mass Effect in the comments below. With that, I would like to end this news update. Thank you for tuning in. If you enjoy my content and would like to support this channel directly, consider donating on Patreon. And to be further updated on all things gaming news, reviews, and discussions, stay tuned right here on Young Yeah. I'll see you guys next time. Young out.